All right, all praise on high. All right, salutations, saints. Greeting you in the name of the Heavenly Father, the Holy Son, and the Holy Spirit. You're on your high bay. This is going to be going into why women should know their place in their marriage relationship. Why it's important. Okay, uh, sisters be making a mistake and thinking that they can do everything that the man can do, but they can't. You know what I'm saying? That's physically and spiritually. You're not as strong. All right, you're the weak vessel. Okay. Uh, I had the sister tell me the spirit had it on, on my conscience to touch on this a few times, and we get on it a little bit here and there. But last night, right after I was reading this passage in Matthew, I had the sister tell me, you know, how messed up, emotional state she was in because of her relationship with her son's father. You know, and what she explained to me was that uh, she said, well, I did the worst thing you can ever think of, whoop de whoop, right? And I was like, well, the worst thing you can think of is to have, some sort of fornication with one of his loved ones, his family member. She goes on to say, well, I tried to get him back and I had sex uh, with a man, in his house, his bed or something like that while he was gone. Some kind of stuff like that, right? Uh, but anyway, she got busted. It was found out, and she really regrets that it's so hard to gain his trust again, right? Well, I told her, you know, spiritually, according to the law, legally, he had the right not to deal with it no more at all. So, I told the sister, you just got to be patient and give him some time and also convey to him their sincerity and just go and sin no more, like the Messiah told the lady who was supposed to be stoned to death for committing adultery. That's why you got to know, ladies. Not only do you lose your trust in your man and it's hard to rebuild, but in the sight of the Most High, it's a sin punishable by death. All right, and so he said, "Go and sin no more," because you know what? You keep sinning in the sight of the Most High when you know He already showed you He's going to judge you and kill you for it. It's on you if you don't repent after that. All right, so let's just pick up into Matthew 21, no, 19. 19, and I think starting at about 9. Nah, uh, not 9. Oh, okay. Well, actually, we need verse 3. Matthew 19 and 3, probably somewhere 3 through 9, I guess. Maybe that's why I had 9 highlighted. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? And he answered and said unto them, have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female, and said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Okay? Wherefore they are twain, like, wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. So, and it's not the ceremony that makes you one flesh. No, what he's saying is that when a man takes a virgin and have intercourse with her, the most, a virgin legally. He didn't kidnap her like many men have, and humble virgins. But it's a law concerning a virgin that you may have even taken by force. All right, like he gave us the commandment when we were conquering the land of Canaan. We ever was to take. We saw some pretty young woman we liked or whatever, and she was a virgin. If we desired her for a wife, we couldn't ever divorce her because we humbled her. We couldn't sell her. All right, we couldn't sell her in a divorcement. She could go away free because you humbled her, right? No, actually, you could never put her away. I take that back. That's right. You can't never put her away. That's right. I had to double check on that, but I believe it's that right there. You could never put her away if you took her, like in war, and she was a virgin. You could never put her away. Okay. All right. So, but when you have a virgin and you marry her, and inside of the Most High, you're one person. Then when that child is born, it's manifested to one person because the child gets half of his genes from his mother and half of his genes from his father. So you're literally one flesh. Once he bless that relationship and give you, the fruit of the womb. Okay. All right. So what he's trying to show the Pharisees is that even though the law told you how to go about a divorce, the law only wanted you to do it in a righteous manner because you were going to do it. But it wasn't saying just because this is how you do divorce. The law wasn't saying that divorce is what the Most High desired. Okay. And he said, I think he goes on to tell you right here, is because it's the hardness of your heart. Let's keep reading on. All right, let's read that again, verse 6. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore Elohim hath joined together, let no man put asunder. They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your heart suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning it was not so. Okay? So that's what he's trying to tell you, that, because you was hard-hearted and you didn't understand the will of the Most High, Moses gave you, he gave you a proper way to go about handling a divorce. He, he permitted you to put your wives away, but from the beginning, that's not the way it was. Okay? That's not the way the Most High intended it. He didn't intend for a man and a woman to have a intimate relationship, and then for them to not remain in that relationship with each other, but have somebody else in the place of the other. All right. So in other words, you're not supposed to be switching, changing, exchanging sexual partners. Okay. That's what the scripture describes as whoredom. All right. Yeah, that's right. We slide down a little bit down the way. It's Babylon falling. They move. They mad. Okay, they're gonna do everything to mess up the quality of anything I put out. All right. So let's look at verse 9. All right. Now this is the rights that you have, women. This is the rights in the sight of the Most High that you have right here. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication. Okay? So you see what I'm saying? You have a right, women, from the Most High. You have a right. You have a right in the sight of the Most High unless you sin. And this is the right that you have. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another. That means unless she cheats. All right. So unless your wife cheats, you have no right to put her away. In other words, you have no right to replace your wife unless she cheats. That's the simplest way to put it. You have no right to replace your wife unless she cheats. You see what the master trying to show you? Whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committed adultery. Okay, that's why. What's adultery? It is unfaithfulness to your part in a relationship. That's what adultery is. Unfaithfulness to your part in a relationship. Okay, all right, and that being, uh, you know, just like that, the fornication of spiritual adultery. You know what I'm saying? You start putting somebody else in that special place where they don't supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? All right, but let's move on. We're gonna make this a little quick. Because women, what you have a problem with, because you're in Babylon in this land of confusion, what you have a problem with a lot of times is polygamy or what they call extramarital affairs. Well, the truth of the matter is that a man's affairs, they shouldn't be a secret where they got to be, something he's hiding, because that's not a king. A king don't hide his business, and a priest, okay, such as we are as Israelites, we don't supposed to have to move in secret. In other words, we don't supposed to have. Now, your wife don't have to know all your business. If she know her place, she really don't ask you your business, okay? And that's what you got to learn and see. That is your place. One of a servant, okay, a maid, all right. One of humility, okay. But at the same time, you have to also be one who fears the Most High, all right, and seeks His laws out of His book, okay, and know how to behave yourself, all right, as a woman, as a maid, all right. And so I'm saying, so you'll see how a maid's supposed to behave herself, and you'll be the best wife you can be, okay. But the problem comes in when the confusion of Babylon sets it in your mind a certain way for a relationship to be, okay. And the sister, again, she was trying to repay her husband for they've been together for about 8 years. Just had a son who only 2 years old, okay. And guess what? They only been legally married for 2 years. So right around the time their kid was born. And that's a lot of times when people mess up. That this pressure is on you to get married. Well, your ass is already married. That's what you need to understand, man. Okay? You already live together. You already got children. Okay, what else you need to be married? For the government to give you it out. Okay? And it's not in this particular passage, but another passage show you if you marry a lady who gets put away for cheating, then you commit adultery just for being with that lady. All right, but I guess the Spirit gave us this right here because this was direct to you women, so you could get an understanding that is only your right to not be put away by your husband. Okay, that's it. It's not your right to know, all the other stuff that he doing, whether it's dealing with women or not, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not your place. You're supposed to be a keeper at home and focusing on raising your kids, all right, and nurturing up good, strong, healthy, holy, all right, most high fearing children, all right. And then when the man is a righteous man, he's gonna make sure that's in order, okay. One wife or some wives, it don't matter, all right, depending on what kind of strength the Most High gave him. All right, but you ladies are in Babylon and y'all falling at that stumbling block, right? Her boyfriend, who knows if he did it in secret or whatever he did. I mean, not her boyfriend, her husband, All right, because really ain't no such thing as a damn boyfriend. All right, you know what I'm saying? A boyfriend is a trick. Okay, that's what that is. Okay, because y'all got a playful relationship. All right, y'all exchange gifts to each other for what y'all want. That's what boyfriends and girlfriends do. That's what I'm trying to show you. In a situation where you live together, you got children. That is a marriage relationship, whether you got a ring on it, a piece of paper, a certificate or not. Okay, that's right. So you got to know how to walk in that relationship in a way that is righteous in the sight of the Most High. All right. So this is your right. Okay, to be this is the security that you're supposed to have. See, because you be so insecure of he gonna leave me for this chick, he gonna leave me for that chick. Well, the security that you have right here is that the Most High has given your husband a commandment not to leave you for anybody. All right, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committed adultery, and whosoever marry her which is put away, do commit adultery. Oh, okay, so it was right there. You see that? So you can't marry a woman who has been divorced. But why? Because the only reason why she should have been divorced is because she was playing the harlot. And so you can't marry a harlot who's been put away. She's supposed to live out her days in shame. Okay? And that's another thing I explained to that sister. If he don't take you back, if he decide to discard you, put you away, you know, you're supposed to be by yourself forever, man. Okay? Because anybody who get with her gonna be in sin. Because her husband is very much in his right to put her away, man. She did something low down and dirty. He's in his right to put her away, but he's also well within his right to forgive her. But again, the master is showing you that your husband do got a right to put you away if you play the harlot, no matter what. So don't think that you're gonna get your man back. You're gonna get yourself a wound that you may not be healed of. Okay. All right. His disciples saying to him, if the case of the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry. So his disciples say, hey, man, that's a real, hard pill to swallow right there. You know what I mean? Like, that's right. But he said unto them, all men cannot receive the same save they to whom it is given. All right, so, you got eunuchs and things, men who don't, necessarily have to have a wife and a family and all that. You know what I mean? They, or either they have been forced to not have a family. All right. But he said, whoever's able to receive it, let him receive it. If you're able to not deal with women, don't do it. Okay. For the kingdom of heaven's sake, if you're able to not deal with women, that's the best thing. But everybody ain't able to deal like that. So when you do feel, when you do feel as if you want to maintain your marriage relationship. All right, like if you don't, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people just put their wife away or not deal with them for the kingdom's sake, whatever the case may be. If you decide that you're going to deal with women, all right, you can't be a player no more. You see what I'm saying? You can't be swapping them out. Okay? That's right. All right. And let's deal with this thing with the stumbling block, how women get all messed up because they got the Babylon perception of what marriage is. And most of the time is because the guys are scared to deal with more than one woman. They find themselves in, they find themselves in an awkward position when they get caught cheating, okay? Because in their mind, in their mind or whatever, in the reality of it, the relationship may be one where they say, we're in this monogamous relationship. A lot of times guys will tell the girl what she want to hear, not what it really means. She believes it, lets him in, trusts him and all that kind of stuff. And he turns out, breaks his word. Why do guys so-called cheat and break their word? Because they never intended in the beginning to be monogamous. All right. Why? Because, if you're not in these scriptures and you don't have the light, hey man, you're going to do what everybody else in this world do. You know what I'm saying? They deceive. because they've been deceived, and they keep this a repeat process. The cycle continues. So to you women, that's who this is to, the Hebrews, the Hebrew women who need to understand, all right, no matter what you hear people say, all right, no matter what popular opinion may be, you have you have to compare what the scriptures and the Bible says about marriage, and use that as the way to kind of tone your own spirit when it comes down to being jealous over other women. You see what I'm saying? Because you find yourself in something you can't get out of, man. I mean, I'm telling you, this sister was distressed, man. All right. Hey, you know what? And I know the feeling she must be in. Cause I do the same thing he did, man. I treat her like shit. Cause I can't stand her until I get rid of her if I find out she did some shit like that. You know what I mean? If you got any holiness in you, that's the way that's the way you feel. You feel just feel disgusted, man. Like, man, the hell with this whore, you know what I mean? Anything she do gonna make you upset. All right. And that don't even have to be with another guy. That could be with another girl, anything. Anything, man. That's deceptive to your man, that's behind his back, that's to hurt his pride, his feelings, his ego, and all that kind of stuff. That's a stumbling block to you ladies that is gonna get you, okay? All right. Especially when you all bent up out of shape because he's dealing with another woman. Okay? That's right, man. And sometimes living together can be a problem. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be all close to your woman like that every day, all day. All right? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's perfectly fine, and then sometimes it's not, man. It all depends on, I'm speaking as the man being the leader, it all depends on, the maturity of his wife. All right? Some women have the maturity where they like queens. They always able to be on his right hand and get that timely good advice or something, or some good counsel. You know what I mean? Just as witty, but that could be a stumbling block too. Ladies say like you got too much authority, like was it Queen Vashti or something, and you get beside yourself. Again, if a queen gets humbled, okay, and get kicked off the throne and get replaced because she didn't honor her husband, all right, that shows you, okay, a lot of you women, you know what I'm saying, who ain't gonna, reach the same social status and prestige and honor where everybody knows you and all that. You some big time, female celebrity, and you got the big, and you got, you got the king on the throne as a husband. I mean, a lot of you women ain't going to be even in that place. And so if she had to humble herself and she got kicked off because she wouldn't humble herself, she got kicked, divorced and put away. I mean, just think about you. Now, so let's deal with the Messiah's perspective on that, all right? On how the humility and service of the women has to be perfect for the man, and how they should expect, to just get, they shouldn't just expect to get it because they think they deserve it, but they have to always be, extra eager to go beyond, you know what I mean? To go beyond, like Sarah, you're not just my husband, but you're my Lord, you know what I mean? That's right, man, that kind of humility. 21. Yep, skip over a couple chapters. 20. No, not 21. Oh, let me see here. All right, so I told you the reason why you have a lot of issues in relationships today, if only 1 out of 50% of marriages survive, probably way less than that in America, is because the concept on what a relationship is supposed to be like is wrong. Now, watch how the master uses marriage to compare it to the kingdom of heaven. So, to all these, you know, black women who listen to these false prophets and, you know, these scriptural spin doctors, you know, who try to make, you know what I'm saying, this whole lie about your man being right and doing right by you and so forth and all of that kind of madness, and he need to marry you and all this old kind of shit. Because when they say, you know, he need to marry you and treat you right, well, what they're telling you is that, hey, in America, when you say, you know, you gonna get a man that's gonna marry you and treat you right. What's treating you right in this society? That's being faithful to you and only you. You know what I'm saying, and not dealing with nobody else, protecting your pretty little feelings. That's what's treating you right is protecting your feelings. But I hope your feelings get hurt right here, because if you think that that's what's treating you right is, you got it all wrong, sisters. And I hope this hurt your feelings if you believe in Jesus, because he don't compare the kingdom of heaven to marriage. Let's take a look at it real quick. This Matthew 25, if I'm not mistaken, 25, beginning at the first verse. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the 10 bridegrooms. Now, he didn't say the 10 bridegrooms, the bridegroom. All right, understand that, man. So what is he trying to show you, man? The kingdom of heaven is like excessive abundance, more than I need. But it's going to be, whatever is given to me or whatever is before me is going to be perfect. All right? Again, because these are virgins. This shall the kingdom of heaven be like it unto 10 virgins. Okay? So they're without a blemish. All right? They're acceptable. Which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. All right, and 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps, took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom, not the 10, so you got to see right here, the Messiah trying to show you, sisters, you know what I'm saying, that your man not only supposed to be able to deal with more than one woman, but he's supposed to be dealing with women who all on the same page, meaning in this kingdom, they all gonna be black, so-called black women, Hebrew women, women of the like sort. Okay, that's right. That's right. All right, it's gonna be a nice selection right here. All right, but you were called to this marriage. All right, you had your invitation, but you know what? If you get there and you ain't letting your light shine as much as the others, because you ain't got no oil, you're going to be refused. Okay? Understand this, man. Okay? That's right. See, you people just let these preachers gloss right over these scriptures that don't, you know, scratch the surface of this stuff. Why would he liken the kingdom of heaven to 1 man and 10 women? And watch this. He gonna show you how strict, all right, how strict of a form a woman's presentation must be for a man of the kingdom. Because I'm gonna tell you, a man who is of the kingdom don't need you, man. He don't need you. And you're gonna see that right here. That's why I say, if you still think that treating you right and all that is to deal with you and only you, in other words, make a man your damn slave for the rest of his life, you need to wake up from that, man. You need to really be broken from that madness right there. He may or may not want to deal with more than one woman, but just the fact that women will put it upon the impressed demands, all right, that they will send them through hell if you so-called cheat on me. You know, a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying, they live in that prison until they get the courage to step out one day. There's no way to live. It's sin, man. It's a stumbling block. And maybe we should get revelation with Jezebel before we end this, to tie that in with this. All right. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. All right. So the foolish had no oil. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are going out. Okay? They thinking we're going to get a little help. Right? We're going to get a little help in this time of need. But the wise answered and saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. I don't know. I can't listen. I got a couple people in there, but I can't see the chat, the comments. If you guys making comments, Daughters of Zion out there, let me see what's going on here. Mary Yasharala. This is a big stumbling block for the Daughters of Zion individually and collectively. It keeps us from that holy sisterhood that or mothers like Leah, Rachel, Billy, and Zilpah had. Absolutely right, my sister. Exactly. It's designed to break down our family structure, man. The commandment to Abraham was that he was going to have, not the commandment, the promise was that he was going to have more seed than the stars of heaven and the sand on the sea. All right? Promise was fulfilled, made to Isaac again. And it was fulfilled through Jacob. Well, how was it fulfilled through Jacob? The Most High commanded Jacob, told Jacob, be fruitful and multiply, all right? And when he commanded Jacob to be fruitful and multiply, didn't he provide a way for Jacob to be fruitful to multiply? Yeah, he gave Jacob 4 wives, 2 pairs of sisters, okay? So again, to the Hebrew women, okay, go, you know, and examine and analyze the scriptures when it comes down to the right side you need to be on with this perspective, okay, about what's doing you good and treating you right. Well, what's doing you good and treating you right is to not put nobody over you, not to stop doing for you, to do equally to you, to do benevolence to you, to treat you with love and respect. Okay? No, not to fear you and fear that I can't deal with another woman or else I'm going to lose you. All right? And that's a problem, guys. A lot of times your head too wrapped around your one woman, man. Okay? Yeah, you lose her, you will lose it all. Yeah, that's right. And that's a damn terrible position to be in, man. All right? Yeah, that's not how the Most High want life for his king and his priests, man. Nah, he can't that we might have life, that we might have it more abundantly, okay? All right? So now let's look at this tough lesson and move on. Yeah, because it's a tough lesson. All right? Because at the end of the day, women, it's not guaranteed that you will get a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, according to your standards. You see what I'm saying? You know, at least not at that particular time that you thought for it or hoped for it. You'll get what you need, okay? But you may not be necessarily ready. All right? So because the Most High will give you what you need. All right? That's right. But you won't get what you need unless you know what to pray for and how to ask for what you need. If you asking for something that a lot of ladies are asking for, this guy who's going to, you know, who's going to marry them and treat them right. All right. And a lot of times, you know, he never shows up, or he show up and he mess up again. Why? Because he didn't come in telling the truth. He marries you, telling you he's going to treat you good, do you right. All right. But he never had that intention, because that's not who he is. It's not in a man's damn nature, to be quite honest with you. All right. You know what I'm saying? Quite naturally. All right. He was meant to be fruitful and to multiply. All right. But you supposed to have this reverence for him, where you know he's your master, because the Most High said that he was going to rule over you. And so a lot of times is that relationships don't work, because the women's perspective is that, you know what I'm saying, oh, you know, you can't do that, because I can't do that. All right, well, guess what? Just because you can't do that don't mean he can't do that. Just like the sister didn't realize that just because he could do that, which was, you know, however, even if he would have bought a prostitute, man, she had no right to sleep with anybody. All right. But I don't know what his so-called cheating was, but she felt like, oh, well, if you could do it, I could do it. But you can't fucking do it because your man did it. All right. All right. That's right. Now let's move on. All right. So let's see the wise out of the 10, the 5 wise out of this 10. Okay. All right. They tell these foolish, no, we ain't going to help you. Why? Because we don't want to be in the same spot with you. All right. Understand. But go to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with them to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, my master, open to us. But he answered and said, verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour in the Son of the Man come, but the Son of Man cometh. Okay, so wait a minute. Wait a minute, Jesus. Wait a minute, Jesus. Did you just compare the kingdom of heaven to one man with 10 women? And he was, you know, such a, you know, royal fellow that, hell, he didn't even take all 10. Yeah, that's what Jesus just did, man. Jesus just showed you women. Hey, man, it's more of you than we need. Matter of fact, we might have supposed to hooked up with you, but hell, we didn't. We didn't have to. Again, because you know what? Your ass wasn't no time, and I ain't got time for that shit. You see how that works? So you got to realize the humility that you must have, okay? Because he's just liking the 10 virgins unto the kingdom. The 10 virgins, 1 bridegroom. You see what I'm saying? All right. Now let's just do another one dealing with some numbers, and that's going to be Isaiah chapter 4. Let me get there real quick. Because a lot of the problem, again, it's this whole thing in your mind about your man only dealing with you. Okay? So Jesus just likened the kingdom of heaven, right? That's right, the kingdom. Remember that, to 10 virgins and 1 bridegroom, not 10 bridegrooms. And out of the 10 virgins, the bridegroom only took 5 because 5 wasn't on time. All right. And matter of fact, what they actually did is they came interrupting a good time because they wasn't on time. You see what I'm saying? So in other words, don't try to get your act together at the last minute, people. That's why he said, watch ye therefore, for you know not when the Son of Man cometh. Don't be trying to get your act together, you know, now that you see the kingdom is on the way. All right, because by the time you finish getting your act together, the elect to be gone, man, and your ass to be stuck right here in Babylon. All right, that's right, because you want to try to escape at the last minute. You're not going to get away, man. Okay, that's right. So you got to be wise and pay attention, and that's the reason why you must rule over your woman. You can't be scared to correct your woman. You can't be scared to teach your woman. You can't be scared to, command your woman. Okay? You can't be afraid of your woman. All right? Because she won't be the best woman she could be if you don't, at that time she needed, correct her. All right? Teach her, so on and so forth. So many times men just say, I don't want to argue, so they don't say nothing. Well, that's a bad thing. You can't get tired of arguing if the argument is what it's going to take. You can't win an argument with your woman. Hey, well, guess what? If you got an argument with your woman that you can't win, then you know what? Guess what? There's something going on with you. Maybe your woman got a good fucking argument, man. Yeah, that's right. Maybe your woman got a good argument. If there's an argument that you can't win, so why would you be tired of arguing? You know what I'm saying? And again, women, it's not your place to question this, question that, or be the ruler, man, do this, do that. All right? Why? Because if he be saying, oh, no, I don't want to, I don't feel like it, then you're going to argue with him. And, I don't feel like arguing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to do it. Well, just now that you don't feel like arguing, I'm just going to do whatever she said do. Well, guess what? In place of arguing your point, you can do what she do and continue to be a goddamn slave, man. All right? That's sad. I hate I can't stand to see that. You know what I mean? Where you damn want to tell you to do this, tell you to do that. You just do it. All right? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Preachers and stuff like that. All right? Now, I'm not trying to say that your woman can't tell you something good, all right? I mean, hell, it's a good thing if your woman can tell you something that sparks a light. No, that's a beautiful thing. No, what I'm talking about is leading you, man. They that lead you are causing you to err. All right, now let's get down here to Isaiah, because that's exactly what we're going to see when we get there. Matter of fact, that would have been in 3, though. Let me see. I think that would have been in chapter 3. Isaiah 3 and 4. And I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them. Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. You see what we were just talking about? That's in these so-called black relationships, man. Because we in captivity, we in Babylon, and guess what? Hey, man, that's the warfare that they've that they've engaged on our minds, man, and on our consciousness. Okay, after they pagan idols, all right. They're lying, their adultery, so on and so forth. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. Yahweh standeth up to plead, and standeth to judge the people. Okay? Yahweh will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people, and the princes thereof. For ye have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor is in your houses. All right? So you see that the Most High say, you people ain't judging right. That's right. And a part of that unrighteous judgment, okay, is how you forbidden us to marry. Okay. All right. Yeah. It was prophesied that y'all would forbid to marry. Well, again, a part of forbidden to marry is to say that a man can't take another virgin if he wants to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right. He can't take, man, you crazy as hell. You saw the Messiah just showed you that the kingdom of heaven was just like unto 10 virgins, man, that went forth with their lamps, man. Come on. All right. So again, a lot of you women, who knows, you know what I'm saying, how old you are, how young you are, or what have you. Okay, and you in this truth. All right. But you know, you see the standard that you're gonna be compared to a virgin. Okay, and you can see that even if you met the perfect standard, which was a virgin, there's gonna be some other virgins right there to compete with you. So what he's trying to show you is that don't get beside yourself, ladies, because there's some better competition than you. Okay, that's right. That's right, man. And you invested so much of your life, all right, for this night. You want to be ready when the big day comes, okay? Because sometimes the big day turns into the late night, okay? All right, yeah, that's right. The bridegroom showed up on the late night, midnight, all right? Why? Because guess what? Any woman that's gonna be my wife, she gonna learn something right out the gate. Patience. She gonna learn how to wait for me. See, the master is trying to show you something, man. You need to know how you need to be ready to wait for your husband. And then when your husband is ready to deal with you, you need to be ready and equipped to deal with your husband. That's all you need to do as a wife, all right? And understand that, you know, it's probably a lot better if you had company. All right. That's right. And you men, uh, this bridegroom, he wasn't described as being some guy with a whole bunch of money and stuff. No, that wasn't the case, man. Not necessarily. You don't have to be no rich guy, okay? But you just have to be the guy in this light of knowing your position and your place, because you had 10 virgins waiting on you from day till night. And then when that time came that you went to go and take them to yourself, you didn't even take all of them. You see what I'm saying? That's right, man. Okay? So, get it and understand, man. And also, hey, be content with what you got. Because when the other girls came and the party was already started, hey man, hey fellas, you already having a good time. You know what? Yeah, I can have all of that stuff, but you know what? I'm kind of content with this. Never mind on the rest of the stuff. Sometimes that's what the kingdom is like too, man. Again, excessive, abundance, more than I really need. Sometimes I'll just pass on stuff that I can have too. See that? But the Messiah was gracious to show us this and put men and women in this picture. Okay. All right, so let's skip over to chapter 4. Now, again, that was the kingdom of heaven in Matthew 25, right? Like the 10 virgins. Now, here go Isaiah 4, after you just saw the Most High said in chapter 3, verse 4 and verses 12, that the women were ruling and leading the men astray, causing them to err, all right? Okay? Leading them. Now, watch this. After he rises up to judge the people. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And what day again is this? That day, whereunto we shall liken the kingdom of heaven. See what I'm saying, ladies? All right. So get that whole one woman in my man's world meat thing out your mind, man. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, hey man, we're not supposed to be hey, listen, man, we're not even supposed to be the whole. We're supposed to give each other due benevolence, all right, which is on the intimate level, all right. But again, you're supposed to be so focused on building the kingdom that when you see what the kingdom is, All right, that you're actually zealous. All right, yeah, that's right. You're actually zealous for other women and not jealous over other women. When you understand the kingdom, just like Miriam Yasharala put in that comment board, put that comment Miriam Yasharala put. All right, that sisterhood of you know um, that camaraderie that they had, that that respect for each other, and they're one husband's overall, material and physical possessions. Jacob's wives wanted to make sure that he was on top, okay, uh, financially, and they also wanted physically to be fruitful for him and give him children. That's the spirit that they had. And Messiah shows you that that's an all right spirit with the 10 virgins, and Most High show you right here that that's an all right spirit with the 7 women. All right, that's willing to go to work. Okay, they willing to go to work, uh, make clothes. Okay, or at least earn a living. I ain't gonna say necessarily. The point right here, you see this, is that they gonna eat their own bread, wear their own clothes. Well, how come they gonna do that? How will they be able to do that? Because they're gonna go their ass to work and bring some bread home as well. Okay, that's right. In other words, we're not even gonna bother you. We're trying to take care of us. Keep doing what you're doing. Why is that? Because they know that he's not some guy out there on some chasing an American dream, chasing millions and all of that kind of stuff. No, you may not have as much time to work in this life because you sold out for the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? You know, it don't matter. I don't know what your business is. You may be wealthy already. I still want to tell you that you don't have to spend your wealth on me. Okay? I just want to be with a priest and a king out of the kingdom of Israel. You know? So had that, meditate on that. All right? Because if you do, like so many have already done, made that fatal mistake of divorcing their husband, marrying somebody else, and all this other kind of stuff. It happens so much. You know, your offspring actually gonna be cursed. All right, because the Messiah meant that literally. What's that? Revelation chapter 2, I think, maybe 3. Verse 20. Revelation 2 and 20. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calls herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. So who is Jezebel? Jezebel was mostly indoctrinating you so-called black women, you daughters of Zion. See, that Jezebel is indoctrinating you with that madness. Okay? Just like that sister. Or if you do this, you can do that. All right, telling you can commit fornication. Okay? Also, seducing you with all kinds of, partying and, drug behavior, partying, all that kind of madness. Those sorts of things. Who knows? Some of these books, they got these rituals with these idol pagan gods they worship. Okay, so a lot of that stuff was in these people's doctrine. Okay, so look what he said. She seduced the servants to commit fornication and eat things sacrificed unto idols. And I gave her space to repent of her fornication, and she repented not. Behold, I will cast her into a bed, and them that commit adultery with her into great tribulation, except they repent of their deeds. What else, ladies? The fruitfulness of your adultery is death. And I will kill her children with death. And all the assembly shall know that I am he which searcheth the reins and hearts. I will give unto every one of you according to your works. All right? That's right. So, again, it's way harder on you women when you guys commit adultery. Okay? Because it's less things that classify adultery for a man than it is for you. Even back in the law, there was more things that were unclean about a woman than it was a man. It was more time for a woman to be purified than for a man. Okay? You're not our equal, man. All right? You're not our equal. Okay? It's like, you have to see your place like the assembly under the Messiah. You see what I'm saying? All right, like you came from us, but you're weaker than us. You see what I'm saying? Like you came from a man, but you're weaker than a man, because all the elect came from the Most High, but we're just not as powerful as the Most High. We're not as holy as the Most High. We're of Him. We're just not quite Him. So that's why you got to know your place and get worship where worshipers do. Okay? And again, Sarah humbled herself to Abram, calling him Lord. The Messiah said, the Lord don't tell his servants everything he do. All right, ladies, so ask yourselves, don't let that be you, okay? That's why a lot of relationships fail. All right, and then maybe we'll get into the why you guys, help these relationships fail because you're scared of your woman. You won't stand up to your woman, okay? And we kind of said some of the things that happened. All right, you rather just let her rule over you because she got a more fiery spirit than you. You don't want to deal with her and argue with her. Or maybe the Most High didn't put you two together, because that's not how relationships are supposed to work. All right, maybe it's an old skeleton bone somewhere. But we all have sinned and fallen short of His glory. So no matter where you are, no matter what your position is, the Most High is able to give you freedom and peace in that. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because the Messiah gives you the spirit of liberty. And again, that liberty comes from knowing the truth. Okay? Yeah, that's right. So, oh man, I hate it. Let me see. Check the comment board one more time. I'm having a hard time seeing it.